Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy EGlaze.
It's your boy, man. It's Heard. What's happening?
Here we are, man. We are on the flats today. Still called the flats.
It's the flats, still flats, right off North Avenue. Yes,
Hey,
still the flats.
everything now at historic Grant Field.
Yes, Hyundai Field, sir. Hyundai Field. Get it right.
You know what? I apologize. You know, it's been a while since I've been. I know
You're
you represent
right. Hyundai Field.
the crush and do your thing. But
Yes.
This game was better than we thought it was going to be, man. It was a 24.5-point underdog with Georgia Tech.
Yes,
They came to fight.
yes.
Man.
You know, for all you gamblers, you won if you took Tech. Good job with you. Good job.
Yeah, I like the way Tech came out. They put him right in the mouth. They didn't score their first drive, but they got a very costly turnover in Georgia at the beginning to make sure, and then they was able to run that in. Talk about Haynes and his running ability today.
Well,
Herbie
Haynes
brought that up a lot today.
Yeah, Haynes has been good with his legs all year. They kind of talked about it post game in the presser, how pretty much everything that's on film they were able to execute. It was just getting down here in the red area, settling for field goals. When you're trying to upset the #1 team in the country, you got to score touchdowns, cannot kick field goals in games like this.
Let me ask you this. When it comes to, there was no 19, there was no 84
No
for
Brock,
Georgia.
no Lad.
So about 5 offensive starters didn't play tonight.
Yeah.
But we don't excuse that for Georgia. They still should be reloading and repowering, right?
Yeah, you can't. You got Delp, you got all these other guys. I mean, it's talent 1 through 55
Right.
at UGA. So, you know, that's the narrative people want to run with. Okay, but that's not how Kirby felt. It's definitely not how the coaching staff here at Georgia Tech felt. So, I mean, but those are the narratives for the barbershop. They will run with that. Kirby wasn't pleased at all.
We're going to take it a little real quick. I want you to rank this Georgia offense since the beginning of the season. I'll rank the defense on your side. Talk to us about what, since game one, what have impressed you about the Georgia Bulldogs?
The maturation of Carson Beck. Carson Beck became, toward the end of the season, a true Heisman candidate. He starts this campaign for 2024 because he will be back. He will be back. So you look at, he's going to be, without a doubt, the top quarterback in the country next year. So just look for this Georgia offense to be even better because they're right now probably one of the hottest offenses outside of today, one of the hottest offenses in the country.
I tell you, the defense, and you know what impressed me about this? When you lose so much talent over the last 2 years to the NFL and to just graduation, for them to still be undefeated this year, stop some Ole Miss. Georgia Tech is probably the only team that really gave them problems on the offensive side this year.
Very much so.
But this defense had freshmen playing. Number 33, the linebacker today, was taking over. He played as a freshman.
Yep.
And now they got the big thing. So I'm very impressed with this. One of the questions I asked Coach Kirby, how would you rate your defense from now to beginning to now? He said he can't rate them, but he's very impressed with that defensive room and the work they'll be able to do.
The one thing about Georgia, and you just kind of hit on it, the depth.
Yeah.
You know, they've lost 17, 18 guys to the NFL. You can't tell.
No.
You can't tell. They just reload at Georgia. They just reload.
Put some more kids out there.
Bro, just put them out there.
Put some more kids. Let's talk about Georgia Tech now. From game one to after that kickoff, we were there, saw that. We was like, we don't know what this team is.
Right.
But they ended up 6-6 this year. They played Georgia very tough on their field.
Without a doubt.
What has impressed you over Brent Key's first year as a head coach in the Georgia Tech?
So you can see the model of consistency from the start of the season to today. They became a very tough team, been able to run the ball. We talk about Haynes King. Who knew he could run the football like this? Eric Singleton, we saw him make a couple of plays that first game of the season, and for him to become the big play guy in this offense as a true freshman. So just imagine how much better he will be next season. And you bring a lot of these guys back. So Georgia Tech, they're sitting pretty. I mean, and we always talk about quarterback play. Haynes will be back next year, another year under his belt, more mature. Sky's the limit for Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech only had 7-8 seniors at senior day.
That's it.
There wasn't a lot of that, so they still got talent coming back. I look at this team, man, and I'm like, for them to go from where they were last year to now being in a bowl game and seeing that you can actually compete against Georgia. People always say, well, Georgia will play their best game. Sometimes styles make fights.
All the time.
And we've seen over the weeks what Georgia had problems with. Outside containment, with the zone read outside, and quarterback play, quarterback and run. They had it today because Haynes is a very capable quarterback.
Very much so.
I'm looking, flats, Georgia Tech, you might want to be here next year. You might want to be there next year. I think they got a legitimate chance to win the ACC next year. I'm calling my early prediction.
Early prediction.
This team, if it can stay healthy, they're gonna bring more talent. You know, Haynes is doing something for me. Key is recruiting well. I'm looking for this team to be very active in the ACC next year, man. So wrap this up for us, Maceo. What do you think about today and next week? Is bowl is SEC championship?
Yeah, overall, I mean, I think you talked about it earlier. Rivalry games, styles make fights. Kind of just take a clip from the Auburn-Alabama game. Mississippi State beat Auburn, yet Auburn fought Alabama to the end.
4th and 30.
Yeah, you know, styles make fights, and in rivalry games, these kids know each other. They grew up together.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of hugs and daps before the game. You want to beat your partner. You just want to do that. So the rivalry, it seemed like it's some more fire back in the rivalry. We remember the last couple of years under the last regime. We won't say the name, but the last regime, it was like Georgia just came in and 50 points. 50 points out of here.
Easy 50 piece.
50 piece.
No blue cheese.
All flats.
No blue tea. They went
no
straight.
fries.
They went straight. Hey, but the one thing though I can say, and you could always say, I'm gonna go back to my Lincoln County days. We were 30-0. Everybody wanted to beat us.
Yeah.
Everybody want to beat you with every
Everybody, they gonna get everybody best shot.
So they get the pressure every game.
They gonna get Alabama best shot next week.
Guess what? They 29-0.
29-0, 3 years running, Glaze. They don't even know how to lose.
You don't even know how to lose.
They don't know how to lose.
Think about that. You get everybody's best every week, and you still undefeated going to the SEC championship.
Locked
game.
in, focused.
Locked in, focused.
As your boy say, I'm focused, man.
I'm focused, man. That's your boy, Spare. We're gonna talk more about this next week and leading up to the SEC championship game. Bowl games on deck, everything on deck. So our next appearance will be at the Celebration Bowl. We'll be there. So
Crush, Jack, yeah, black on.